My name is not Marilyn Lawrence. I didn't know if you noticed that or not, but I'm not. But she's not well today and didn't feel that she could come in and do justice for the legacy part. So at the last minute I was asked, and I thought that's going to be very something. I've known Twila for a long time. In fact, we come from the Church of the Brethren background, and I thought, well, we at least know what the attempt to have peace in the world is, because that's what their main function was. Anyway, so I'll do my best to tell you about Twila and why her picture is so aptly up here, and certainly to join another crowd of people, another group of people that are truly worthy of having their picture on the legacy board. Mine takes place. She was born in Douglas County, and she's a very local person as far as that's concerned. She grew up in and around here, but in the meantime, she married a Roy Williams, and he was a career Army man, and so they spent many a time away from here. For instance, Martha, the daughter, was born in Fort Benning, Georgia, so she had an early away from here time. But let's go on with and also in many places they lived. Roy Williams was in the Army, and as I said, and he spent time in Germany, and Twila and family stayed here and tried to survive on a military family salary. Anyway, church affiliation was those years was Church of the Brethren, as I've noted, and there were times when she was had very limited funds, but their positioning, their positive, the positive thinking, faith, and ingenuity, she and the kids got through all of this and strengthened them in many ways. And First Christian, where she ran into the new young minister, Johnny Walker, and she was in the throes of how to get a singles group meeting going, and the singles group, the Bonner Edwardsville area singles became a reality, and then lo and behold, two couples got together from the result of this singles group, and so we have the joining of John Walker and Dick Lawrence with the Miss Rickert of that time, and Miss Case, or Marilyn Lawrence. And so that was some of the achievements without even thinking. And she worked tirelessly finding interesting places to visit, and she introduced the singles to graveyards and tombstone exploring, and outhouses I've come to live. So many a time this group was told at the last minute they were going to visit a place where there was an outhouse. And of course, she was very positive that this was going to be great for her, and lo and behold, they all agreed that it was a wonderful experience. But some of the achievements of Twila, and there are many more, but in the 10 minutes or so we're going to talk. One was she was volunteering at the Franklin Community Center in Argentine, which in turn was a grocery store, a restaurant, and a child care center. To continuing the idea of volunteering, she would take all the outdated milk, but it was still good, home, and she would make, at night, she would make tapioca pudding. and then the next day she would bring it back for part of their meals. And she also volunteered at the Wyandotte Mental Health Community Center. I don't have any of the actual things that she did there, but I know she was very active in that. A true history buff, and this is something not many of us know, is that she helped a young history professor write material for his history lectures, and the name of that professor was Professor Jewell, who now has a building named after him at the community college. She was quite interested in history, and as I said, she got a lot of her history from tombstones and graveyards around the larger area. She went through 10 years of night school to get a degree, and she finished high enough in academics that she won a DECA award for outstanding students that went through the retread program. It was a government program that looked out for single people that were interested in education and getting an education, and a college program for low-income singles. I did not certify this, except it was acknowledged a very worthy program with high recognitions. Twila was also always considerably a very interesting person, and now it is known that beyond interesting, she is truly worthy to be a renowned person on the Legacy Board.